Where you're from?
JC Alvarado. I was born in Mexico City. I live in Texas right now.
And your party P sucks on most online sites. How'd you come up with that?
Once, I guess I don't really like the name. When I was playing like 25 cent, 50 cent no limit, I got a couple bad beats for my whole bankroll, which was like $200 at the time, and I just decided party poker was rigged. So I just came up with that name on a forum, on full contact forums, and after that I was stuck with the name, I guess, and just kept it up. I really don't like party poker. I never did. Not the software, not the support and everything. So I just kept the name.
How did you make the jump? You said you were playing 25, 50 cent, and now today you were just in a $5,000 entry tournament. What do you think is the biggest factor that helped you make the climb?
I was playing like really low stakes at even till I guess like January of 05. I mean, no, maybe June of 05. I got second place I had like a $400 bankroll, and I got second place in a $10 rebuy, which isn't really smart bankroll management to play a $10 rebuy with a $400 bankroll, and I got like $3,000 off it, and then I started playing a bit more. I really never played multi-table tournaments, but I did well in them, and I kept on playing like 3-6 limit hold'em, built my bankroll up to like 6,000. And then I won a tournament, which was pretty much what made me like multi-table tournaments. I won a tournament. It was a $50 buy-in with like 600 people, and I was a complete fish to online tournaments. And I ended up heads up with Johnny Bax, which is like the best player ever, like back then, online at least. And so I got lucky and won it, and kept on playing tournaments after that.
And what has been your biggest cash so far?
Biggest cash? I just cashed for $108,000 in the LA Poker Classic, the 2,500 no limit event.
So I guess that's about a year and a half that you went from low stakes to high stakes tournaments. How do you think your life has changed the most in that year and a half?
Oh, it's changed a lot. I mean, it's been pretty awesome. It's been swingy as far as money goes, but I've lived in hotels most of the year ever since I turned 21. I really haven't been home too much. Hang out. All my friends are successful online players, so we're unknown, so we get that advantage. We're unknown live so far, so we could play all the big tournaments and not really be considered a threat or anything. And just traveling around, partying and playing tournaments, it's great.
And what's been maybe the most extravagant thing that you bought with your winnings so far?
I haven't really bought anything extravagant. I bought clothes, watches, I don't know, but not really anything that big. I wish I would have bought a house back before I started playing a lot of live tournaments, because those eat up your bankroll like you wouldn't believe. So I wish I would have invested in like a house or something, or like at least any investment really. It's safe money.
And do you gamble outside of poker at all?
I didn't like to, and then my friend, who's a total degenerate, taught me how to play craps, and it's probably the most fun game in the world. So I mean, I don't go high stakes craps, but when I want to drink, I know I'm at Bellagio or something, I'll have a good time and play some craps for a couple thousand. Usually lose.
Do you have any crazy prop bet stories with any of your friends or anything like that?
Not really. I try to stay away from that. I used to be all about like just wasting money, but I had like the past year after I turned 21 in May of 2006. And after that, like after December, I realized how much like money like traveling around the circuit takes. So I just decided to stay on the safe side and not really gamble too much.
And what do you like to do away from poker?
I used to be really social, and then now with online poker and all that, stopped going out a lot. But I mean, I go out all the time with whenever I'm traveling. I go out to clubs and all that, and I'm like a big soccer fan, so that's the only thing I'll gamble on really is soccer. And I like to travel a lot away from poker. I went to the World Cup last year right before the series, which was fun. And I just try to have a good time.
What's something about you that people that only know you through poker or online poker would be surprised about?
Something about me, huh? I don't know. That's probably the toughest question we've asked so far.
All right, we can come back to it. Who's been the toughest opponent that you faced, either online or live?
Gavin Smith. I just played him. He's sick. He's been like one of my favorite players ever since I started. I really I try to play not like him, but I play a similar style to him. And I watched him play in New Orleans. I was railing a friend, Peter Feldman. He won that event, and I was railing the final two tables, a bubble for the final table, and I saw Gavin Smith not fold a hand for an hour and a half and win almost every pot. I think he lost one pot. And ever since then, I said this guy is probably the sickest player I've ever seen. And he was at the table with Ivy, which is also one of my favorite players. And I just realized how much like aggression has to do with winning in poker. And he's sick. I played with him today. I couldn't play a pot because he'd call every time, and the flop would come 6-8 deuce, and I'd have king queen, and I have no idea what hand he has.
He told me his favorite hand was 9-7 of hearts, so he probably had to open it in straight.
Yeah, that could have been it. But I mean, he could have 6 deuce there. He could have ace high, and I just don't know what to do. I'll just check fold.
And if you weren't playing poker, what do you think you'd be doing with your life right now?
Before I started playing poker, I was working a really like shitty. Can you say that?
Mm-hmm.
A really shitty 9-to-5 job at a vitamin like supplement store, and it was horrible. So I moved out of Texas and I went to LA to go to college, in Santa Monica College. I was studying film. I guess that's what I'd be doing right now. I like film a lot, but it's just a tough career, just as poker is. But I guess I like poker better, like the thrill of it.
And who in your life has had probably the biggest impact in getting you where you are today? Maybe inspiration or helped you along the way?
Inspiration. I mean, I'd probably have to say my mom. Like, she hates that I gamble for a living, and she supports me 100%. Like ever since I started, even when I like quit school to grind out 3-6 limit hold'em online. You know, she was pretty supportive. She's worked all her life, so she's pretty big motivation for me to keep going.
And where would you like to be maybe 5 or 10 years from now?
5 or 10 years from now, I'd like to be famous. I'd like to be one of the best players there is. I don't know how far of a stretch that is, but that's my goal.
All right, and we'll see if you thought of anything that people that only know you through poker would be surprised to hear about you.
I guess that I'm not really a gambler, and I'm actually pretty conservative as far as it comes like to dumping money to just like pit games and everything, and I'm more disciplined, I guess, than most poker players are. Not as far as bankroll management goes, but maybe like I like to exercise. I like to go out. A lot of online players like pretty much gave up going out, and I don't know. I like to just take advantage of the fact that I have a free schedule the rest of my, like, at least for now, the rest of my life. So I like to make the most of it.
All right, well, thanks a lot, and best of luck in the future.
All right, thanks.